Yeah, obviously proud of that one. It's fun when you see the ball go in at that rate. Doesn't always happen, as we all know, but when that basket starts going in, the rim just kind of seems to, I think, get bigger and bigger, and I think these guys would agree with that. It starts to look pretty big, and you're just playing with so much confidence and sharing the basketball. That was as complete of a game, I think, as we've probably played the entire season. But yeah, just proud of them for this one. Their energy was great, which I expected it to be with seniors, and when you have 5 of them that are just, giving a lot to this program and to where it is now, to where it was, and I'm not saying it was bad when we got here 3 years ago, but just the continuity and the stability of it right now just feels like we're in a really, really good spot. And a lot of credit to these guys, to these seniors, and the 2 to my right and left. I'm just so proud of those guys and just what they mean to me in this program, and I'm excited to watch them. It's certainly not over. Would love to have some more games in this building, but if we don't, we're going to continue to get better and see if we can make some noise as we get into March.
So for either of you guys, Coach Merriweather said that you guys kind of looked at each other in the first half and she knew that tonight was going to be a night for you guys. What can you say about this season for you guys, but what was going right today?
Okay. As far as our connection, I think Jordan does a good job is finding me. She always knows where I am. So I think that look was we're locked in right now. But what was the question?
What was just going right between you two tonight?
I felt like our chemistry was just at an all-time high tonight. I felt like I knew exactly what she wanted or where she wanted the ball, and she knew where I wanted the ball, and playing like that, it's just fun.
Jordan, sometimes coaches worry about senior day because there's so many emotions and you don't know how you react. How did you guys handle it so well?
Honestly, I was just ready to play. So once, we got all the tears out and the goodbyes, just knowing that it's not over and we plan on playing in this building again. It was pretty easy for me to get over and just get ready to play.
And what did it mean to have JJ here?
Oh, a lot. That's my road dog, still is. And, it was just great to have her and her family walk out with me. Definitely meant a lot.
Did you provide her with the shirt?
No, they came with their own shirts.
Sydney, there was a joke made that you were trying to make 1-3 for every person that walked down the carpet with you. But obviously that's a little bit of a joke. But is there a little bit more motivation when you know that many people came for a day for you?
100%. I feel like knowing that people put their life kind of on hold. People have jobs, people have obligations that they need to tend to, and to come out here just to watch a basketball game meant the world to me.
Jordan, the victory lap after the game, do you have any idea how long that took? Was that the longest one you think you've ever been a part of? Or?
That was definitely the longest one. When I knew I was taking a while just to get past our bench, I was like, yeah, I'm going to be here for a minute.
Is it, during that moment, I guess more than a moment is long, but does it ever kind of hit you man, there's a time where this would have lasted maybe 30 seconds, and now it's grown, obviously, the attention and the motivation that you guys have created with the fans.
Yeah, I'm very thankful for our fans to, come out and show support. I wish I could sign every single one of them. I feel bad, leaving anybody hanging. But, yeah, that's just credit to our fans and them sticking with us and continuing to watch us and encourage us. So, yeah, shout out to them.
Sydney, if this ends up being your last game here to set career high in points, career high in threes, what does that kind of mean?
I think it means the world only because I didn't know. I was just out there playing, and to hear that just felt amazing, especially doing that in front of my family and in front of the fans that came out to see us for senior night. So if that's the last way that I ended here, I'm glad I ended it like that.
Jordan, you had 4 steals tonight. It seemed like it could have been 10. Was that something you were focusing on going to the game, or is it just happened?
It's just natural. Yeah, if I focus on it, I don't think I get any, so I just play naturally.
Jordan, yesterday Coach was talking about the journey that you and him have gone on over so he kind of talked about his side of your side of it. He recruits you in high school, gets to know you then, and then you follow him here to Morgantown. Just kind of talk about what that journey's meant for you.
Yeah, it's definitely meant a lot just for Coach Kellogg to trust and believe in me at a young age. I feel like I've told this story a lot, but I'm really thankful for him for picking me and choosing me, especially just being a small guard, out of Oklahoma. So, I'm very thankful for this, and for this to be the outcome of it, I'm very blessed. And, yeah, Coach Kellogg got good eyes, so he picked me, and that was perfect.
Thanks, Jordan. Thanks, Ed.
Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you.
guys.
Questions for Coach?
Mark, you've been talking about chasing that full 40 minutes. Was this as close as you can get to that?
You'll never be satisfied as a coach, probably. I mean, that's as close as we've probably been all year. Did we put the whole 40 together? No, we gave up 23 in the fourth quarter, so that's a little disappointing. But I understand it, and it's hard. And we were having fun, and the kids were relaxed. But yeah, that was when you're making shots like that and you're defending at a high level, there's some fun to that, and you can relax as a coach and kind of smile and just allow the kids to kind of enjoy the moment. And they've worked really hard this year for one of those, and it just happened to come on a senior night with a phenomenal crowd and a ton of energy in the building. So just really happy for them as much as anything.
You scored 118 tonight. That's most by any Big 12 team in the conference. Does that give you a lot of confidence going into the tournament that you guys are scoring at a high rate?
Yeah, I mean, it can. I mean, obviously that's a one-off. We're not going to do that, and obviously no one's ever done it before. So I think, just if we can play and share the basketball and play inside and out, that's what you want. And we've been good at times. I do think we're a much better team when we can make perimeter shots. That's what I'm probably the most pleased with, is we are making perimeter shots at a much higher rate now than we were earlier in the year, which gives us a chance to have a little bit more balance on that end.
Coach, you were hinting at maybe this might not be the last home game. What do you think you guys got to do to make that come true?
Yeah, I don't know, Justin, to be honest. I mean, they had another reveal today, and I think 4 Big Ten teams took all 4 of the 4 seed spots. So I don't know. I'm trying to figure out exactly how it works, why it works the way it does. I think we're close. I don't know. I'm sure we need to win at least a couple games in the tournament. I think if we win it, I would hope would probably, but we may need a little help too. We may need some of those other 4 line teams to get beat. So again, something we can't really put a whole lot of emphasis on, but it's one of those where, I think 7 Big Ten teams were in the top 16 and we had 1 in the Big 12. So, ACC even I think had more than we did, and I don't think they had a great non-conference schedule at all. So just not sure why we're getting kind of penalized for beating each other up a little bit and some of the parity within the league, and other leagues aren't. And I've heard other coaches within the Big 12 say that too. So again, so many metrics. All we can do is just keep kind of winning and do what's in front of us, and we'll keep trying to do the best job we can. But obviously that would be, that's the goal. I've said that since I've been here, and really even since that Iowa loss a couple of years ago, was just the importance of if you can get one of those. And I could only imagine what that would feel like in the Coliseum if we had some NCAA tournament games here.
Mark, do you have a secret for senior days? Because last year's was JJ's against Utah, so they obviously don't affect your teams, too bad.
Yeah, no, I don't know if there's any secret. I mean, we do a little recognition the day before, so we have the families in, and they can come kind of to the end of practice, and then we have kind of eat and give out some senior stuff and let them talk and, talk about the program and what being here has meant to them. The idea is you try to get most of the emotion out of the way yesterday, so we don't have to do it today. But then all of a sudden I look out there and a bunch of them are crying and emotional, and but we got over it pretty quick. I thought when we went back into the locker room, they had moved on. So I don't have a secret, but yeah, JJ I think had 38. That was the Utah game last year on senior night, and then what we did tonight was unbelievably special.
Coach, what was your reaction to the post-game ceremony? I don't know if it's a ceremony, but the victory lap. I mean, it was just the length of it seems like it just kind of gets longer year after year, and I mean, you're a big credit to that.
Yeah, well, it's what you envision. It's what you want, and I still think we can even grow it. I think that's the exciting. I don't want to kind of stop here. I want it to get bigger. I want the crowds to get bigger as we continue to move forward. And if it's this year, that'd be great. And if it's next year, then move it forward. But yeah, I think it's a great product. I think we play the right way. I think we've kind of rallied around this state, and then they've done the same with us and this fan base. So yeah, most time I just sit there. I don't even go through it, to be honest. I just watch it, and I don't know if admire's the right word, but that's part of recruiting too. Like it's what we tell kids. Like if you want to come play here, you're gonna have a bunch of little kids that are gonna dress up like you at Halloween, and you're gonna want autographs, and you're gonna sign the craziest, from posters to shoes to shirts to sign to forehead, and just so many different types of things, and take so many selfies and pictures, and just the way you get treated here is just Yeah, I think it's why we're good here. I think that's why the energy in the building is just fantastic, because there's back and forth with our program and the fans that do support us. So this was a special one. It was the last one, so we let it go a little bit longer. Sometimes we'll usher them through a little bit quicker because we got to kind of move it on. But we wanted, and with all the seniors, we wanted them to have their last kind of crack at it. But yeah, definitely a thank you to all the fans because they've made this a special place.
What does the week look ahead for you guys? Obviously, after seeing what happens with TCU and Baylor today. And then what does that
and it really doesn't matter what happens. We're the 2 seed now, regardless. So I think we play Friday at 5:30, if I'm not mistaken. We won't know who we play. That's what makes the week a little different than what we've done all year. Is we've had the next opponent in mind. We've known who it is. Now we don't. I mean, we'll have a little idea here at some point tonight, but we won't know which exact one it is. So we'll meet tomorrow. And figure out kind of the week when we get a little more information tonight. But we'll take tomorrow off physically and give them that break, but just kind of give them the game plan for the week and then get down to Kansas City, I would assume on Wednesday. But we're still working through that, I believe.
Coach, how difficult is it? You mentioned the projections and what you've seen, but how difficult is it to kind of digest what you've seen and now you're trying to convey to your players, like, we still have a path ahead of us, but this is what people are saying. Is that difficult to digest this late in the season, or how do you go about approaching that?
We don't really talk. I mean, they kind of ask from time to time, and I'll give them the Reader's Digest version of it a little bit, I guess, so we don't get too much in the weeds. Because the simple answer is just win. Like, keep winning, and make it really difficult. But they see stuff, they hear stuff. So, nowadays, they can get the same information. Back when I started, I could take it whichever way I wanted because they couldn't get the information that I had, but now they can get it just like I can. So you just be honest and just kind of dummy it down a little bit, so to speak, just to give them the bare bones or what they need to know. But yeah, other people will figure it out. We're just going to kind of keep doing our job. But I feel like we've done a really, really good job this year. I know some of our metrics are really good, and you just want the opportunity, which there's other teams that have done a great job too. So, but at the same time, I think we've earned that right.
Mark, Cincinnati played you pretty good at their place, and they've been better the last few games. So how do you were you guys just that on today?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard when we're playing like that. It would have been hard for a lot of people to beat us tonight for sure. It was closer there. They made a run at us. We had a pretty good lead there too in the third quarter, and then they kind of punched us a little bit and made it a little closer than it needed to be. But, UCF was similar too. We got them pretty good here and then go down there and, we're in a dogfight for a half. So difference in home road, Big 12 games, last game, travel, senior day for us, so tons of emotion. So, yeah, I don't know that it was really much more than that, but we were pretty good today, and when you're making shots, we would be hard to beat.
Coach, Sydney's shooting today, did you maybe see that in practice, or was this just one of those days for her?
Yeah, no, I think she's playing with a lot of confidence right now. And like I said, when you see one or two go, or a kid like Sydney makes one or two, that rim just starts, it just starts looking pretty big. Because there was a couple of those, I don't even know if she saw the rim. It was hand and face, and you just have the feel. And it was great. And then that's when you get lost in the game. That's the greatest thing as a player in any sport that you play, when you're in that proverbial zone and you're just playing and it's free flowing. And her and Jordan, as somebody asked, are doing the eye contact, and where each other are. It's like I'd have to run a whole lot. I wasn't X and O in this game. Like, I'm not taking a whole lot of credit. That's when your players, are just truly lost in the game, and that's when it's at its. It's just fun, and you don't get a ton of those. But as a coach, I just honestly was enjoying it just like you were for the most part, calling a few things here and there, but just admiring that group and those seniors and just watching some really good basketball being played.
You didn't have to look at the play sheet
I didn't have to pull that out too much today.
I know you talked about that this is not going to matter on who you play now, that you know where you're playing, what time you're playing, but are you still watching tonight because hanging a banner or saying a co-championship, however you do it, that's still got to be really important.
Yeah, it's huge. Yeah, that would be huge. Yeah, no doubt. We only have one, so in our school's history. So if we could get another one, and we need help. So yeah, I think I'm already getting some texts on it, that type of stuff. So it's like I don't even really want to watch because I don't want to go through the emotional piece of it. Just kind of like keep track, I guess, a little bit and see what happens. And but yeah, if something did happen in our favor, we'll have a little celebration with the group tonight. If it doesn't, we'll meet tomorrow. So we're not going to watch it as a team or anything, but if we were to be a Big 12 champion, we would certainly celebrate in a certain capacity tonight.
Coach, from a macro, obviously we know the story with you and Jordan, but just with these other 4 seniors, and you can even include Jordan if you want to, but what have they meant to this program now being in your 3rd season compared to other senior classes that you've had?
Yeah, I mean, they're all special in every way. I think it's the amount when you get to 5 of them, and that's a little bit of this portal kind of era. I think for us anyway, we've tried to be a little bit older and not quite as young, so you have now a tendency to graduate more kids. So they're all special in different ways. Obviously, their personalities are different. But yeah, we've had Jordan. I've had Jordan for 4 years, 3 of them for 2, and then Mimi just for a year. But their legacy is they're leaving a phenomenal legacy. They're going to play in multiple NCAA tournaments. They're going to win a ton of games here. They're great kids. They're awesome to coach. They're so easy to coach from the decisions they make and the character that they have. So, yeah, I'll be proud of them, and our relationship will go well beyond, obviously, their time here.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks,
everybody.
Thanks, Coach.